Hey friends, Maria from Kindred Root. Today I just wanted to share a little experience that I had with sitting out here on my porch, scrolling Facebook and, Triggerland. And I didn't script this like I normally do because, I'm just going to ramble. And so here we go, buckle up. So I saw a post on Facebook, a friend posted this about a little info meme that said that men's rights don't vary by state, but women's rights do. And of course, my first response to that is anger, right? And I think that's a valid response. But for some reason, I wasn't able to hit the anger react. I hit like. And it's not that I liked it. It was that, yes, I acknowledge that this is true and it's bullshit. But after a second, I had, it just felt wrong. It felt like ingenuine, right? To hit that like, that thumbs up like react. And so I sat with myself, I'm like, why couldn't I just hit the anger emoji? I mean, that's the most appropriate emoji or react to hit, right? Like, why couldn't I do it? And I realized that I had all this fear and this kind of anxiety in my heart. Like, ooh, I don't want people to know that I'm angry. I don't want people to think I'm an angry woman because, ooh, God forbid, the angry woman, right? And there's so much stigma around women being angry, and society uses it to control us, to manipulate us, to gaslight us, to make us feel and look crazy. And it's all bullshit. We, as human beings, have a right to our anger, and anger is a valid emotion. When we're not able to express our anger, even in as tiny of a way as hitting an anger react, without fear of judgment or gaslighting or ridicule, then that anger gets stuffed in our body. And anger is heat, and it gets stored in our liver as heat. It turns into headaches, it turns into chronic pain. It's just not healthy. So one of the things that I talk a lot about in my coaching is how we need to become aware, right? Aware of why we do the things that we do, why we think the things that we think, why we react and respond in situations the way we do. Because if we are unwilling to look at all of that, all of those whys, if we're unwilling to look and acknowledge that that thing exists, then there's absolutely no way that we can change, shift, or heal. Okay, it just gets stuffed away in a little box, building tension, building pain, building disease, building, just that, until we just explode, especially with anger. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's hurting us. It's hurting us to hold this anger inside. And this applies not just to women, to everyone. And so I started keeping a note app, on my note app on my phone, a note open that says things that I've noticed. And every time something like that, like happened today when I was like, oh, I'm afraid to be outwardly angry, I write it down so that I can become aware of these unconscious, subconscious programs that are running the undercurrent in my life, controlling who I am and what I do. And that's really the only way that we can start to unravel a lot of this toxicity that lives within our soul and in our minds. That's how we reclaim our sovereignty from the matrix, from patriarchal society. If we can't own it, if we can't acknowledge it, if we can't sit with a part of us that feels and thinks those things, then there's no way that we can shift those beliefs. And if we can't shift those beliefs, if we're walking around thinking that, I'm not allowed to show anger, or I'm not worthy of whatever, then that's really what we're spinning out in. How are we going to have anything else in our life? So that's really just, I wanted to throw that out there. open up a note app on your phone and ask your infinite heart to show you in everyday moments those little subconscious programs that run in the back of your mind that are telling you that you're not worthy, you're not enough, you can't be angry, you can't show fear, you can't, whatever it is, we all have them. Ask to become aware of them, and then ask to be shown the one who's holding that belief and how you can support that one. And if you need help with that, that's what I do. Contact me. Be well.